Okay. Hello, and welcome to the April episode of the Iacon Underground Patreon special. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm David, and this time we have a guest.
Hello, this is Kalira, or Kel.
Hello.
Hello. And,
Good to meet you.
And we have brought him on because it is once more into the breach, dear Kemono friends.
Yes.
Yeah, what? It's our fallback thing, and it's good, and last time you sprung more questions on me than I was prepared for, and then I had to hear about in another Discord channel how I was wrong.
Yes, and so
I brought somebody else on to answer your questions.
Ooh, well,
So yes, I am here to explain how David was wrong about Kemono
okay.
friends.
Are you our new resident Kemono friends expert then?
Apparently.
Alright,
That seems to be how things are.
Okay.
A expert, one I could get on short notice.
Yes.
Who complained the loudest.
Our resident animaniac, if you prefer. You probably do not prefer.
Yeah.
You do this
We
to me.
could just say this is a special Patreon tier reward that just happened.
Yes, that's right. Hassle David enough, and you too could guest on a special episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is entirely
You
fair.
got a good microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't spend all the money you could have been spending on a microphone on a Nintendo Switch.
So, before we jump to the episode, can you name one thing that I was most wrong about?
Well, I think you were most wrong about the situation involving the director.
Yes, I figured that was the problem. Cause it's so long ago, I didn't remember. Well, I only got like the surface detail that were confusing on Twitter and,
It is admittedly pretty complicated, so I wouldn't be surprised that someone who doesn't pay pretty close attention wouldn't be entirely up on what had happened.
Yeah. So what are the details?
Well, basically what happened, from what we know, we of course don't have all the information because Japanese corporations are, even as corporations go, very Japanese, if you might say.
Yeah. The corporations,
Yes.
they're tight-lipped, they keep things
Very
in
proper.
Yeah, and Japanese corporations are even more so. So the basic idea that's been pieced together is that, as you've discussed, I believe, no one was expecting this property to become successful, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much like I think they were contractually obligated to make the anime, but they weren't contractually obligated to make it good.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically
Because the game, stopped, what was it, 4 or 5 months before the anime
It officially
started?
closed the month before the anime started, but usually they know that thing pretty far
that
in
close.
advance.
Yeah.
So, but basically it got sent to a very small studio, known as, Yaoyoruzo. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And, it's a studio of about 10 people, and this director, who goes by the name Tatsuki. And he's done some independent short animations. You can find them on YouTube if you're ever interested. They're kind of interesting. And they spent about a year and a half working on this, and it got put out essentially to die. And then
Yeah.
everything happened. So
Against all odds, they put out a surprisingly good product, good enough product in 500 days.
yeah, and it was about 10 people, 500 days, and that doesn't include voice actresses and stuff because there's a million voice actresses in this show. But that's different. That's all contract work and stuff. That's all arranged by the company. So
did they do? Do you know if they did the music in house?
we'll
Aside from the opening.
talk about that in a second. I'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
So basically the anime is produced by something called the production committee system, where a bunch of different companies will come together and provide the funds, and they'll each get a cut based on whatever their specialty is. So usually the higher up in the list, the more the company contributes. And the highest companies in this list was Kadokawa, which you may have heard of. Kadokawa is a big company in anime production. They're involved in a lot of things. And they
also do a lot of book production.
Yeah, they have book production, anime production, merchandise, games. They, as far as I know, own the actual Kemono Friends IP. It's actually their IP.
Okay.
So they have
it's printed on the back of the book I have.
So this is like art books and stuff?
The DVD, the Blu-ray release was actually released as books, and they're these nice sets with the discs and these very large, like magazine-sized, full-color art books. So there's 6 of those.
About like National Geographic, only not as thick.
Yeah, they're set up to look like a wildlife magazine.
I actually bought them, and for this is the first episode I actually watched an episode on from my nice Blu-rays that I imported. My first anime I ever imported, probably only.
Yeah. So anyway, Kadokawa owns the IP, and it's their property more or less. So, but there are some other companies involved, like Crunchyroll, the anime streaming service here in the U.S. is on the committee. So they actually put in money to help get this made.
Nice.
So there was a success, and everybody was like, all right, when's the second season? And then people at Kadokawa looked at this and were like, well, what if we made it? What if we, tried to have more control? So they wanted more control. And
understandable.
Apparently Tatsuki and Yaoyorozu weren't playing ball. So they fired them. Which they can do. It's their IP. It's contract work. Right? They contracted this studio to make the anime. They don't work for Kadokawa. They were hired by Kadokawa. Right. So, in theory, Kadokawa can just hire another studio. This actually happens not infrequently. Anime will change production companies, change directors, change all sorts of staff members between seasons. And by and large, anime fans don't know and don't care.
Yeah, because in normal 2D animation, you don't notice, or maybe it's a better production company. It's like, it's a thing, but this is 3D models, so it's a slightly different situation.
Well, not only that, it's just that in this situation, it happened that the director became well known as the person who was responsible for Kemono Friends being how it is. Most anime fans, most media fans couldn't tell you a huge amount about who was responsible for specific parts of the stuff they watch, right? But in this case, it just became well known because of the whole situation that Tatsuki was the one who came up with the ideas and had the whole look and feel of it was him.
Well, I wouldn't say entirely, wasn't Crunchyroll consulted early on, somebody suggested, like, some of the animals that were going to be in the show? I'm digressing already.
So the character designer is a guy named Yoshizaki Mine. He's most well known as the author and artist for the Sergeant Frog Kuroro Gunzo comics.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And he created all the original character designs. All the character designs, except for Kaban, were created by him originally. And you can find pictures of of all of his designs scattered around the internet. And then they're then all the books that came with the Blu-rays, they have a whole list of every book has like a couple dozen of these characters and little profiles for them.
Nice.
But his designs are still pretty different from what they look like in the show. Alright? So the actual look of the show and the feel of the show and everything was all pretty much Tatsuki and Yaoyorozu, but mostly Tatsuki. So when it came out, and he was active on Twitter, talking to people and, tweeting about upcoming season 2 and everything, and then he was basically fired by a phone call. And this made people mad.
Yeah.
I mean, better than fired by a tweet.
Yeah, just barely. So there was a big campaign to try to stop this, and ultimately Tatsuki Yaoyorozu said that they couldn't come to an agreement with Kadokawa, so they are finished with Kemono Friends. They do have a show coming out in not this season that's starting right now, but I think next season or the season after that. So either in June or October. That's by Yaoyorozu and directed by Tatsuki.
Wasn't there going to be like a preview episode sometime this month?
I think so, something like that. I'd have to look that up. I didn't think to look that up. But and it looks like Kemono Friends. It has the same art style and everything, but it's not related to it at all. I don't know many more details than that. As for the second season, there's been no news on it since shortly after this whole thing went down, and the Twitter account for the official Twitter account for Kemono Friends used to be at Kemono Anime or Kemofure Anime, I forget which, but now it's just at Kemono Production or Kemono Project, I think it is. So they removed direct reference to anime. So if you ask me, I would say that they couldn't get any studios or directors to bite on wanting to take over, and I can't really blame them.
Yeah.
And it's not like Kadokawa can force a director or a studio to do this, because they don't own production studios. They contract the stuff out. And if everybody's busy, says they're busy doing something else at the time, well, there's nothing they can do.
Right. If no one wants to take on your project, you don't have a project.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly the situation. And normally it's not a big deal. Like, a director will go do something else and can't do the second or third season of a show. Well, they get a new director. A production company is having problems. They can't do the next season. They get another production company. And that happens, and that's fine. And most anime fans are like, well, whatever. But in this particular situation, that's just not going to fly. So that's where things stand right now regarding what happened with the director and the status of a second season, which is almost certainly not happening.
Yeah.
So, you're saying you're pretty sure it's just specifically because they fired their old company with bad blood that no one wants to take on their project now?
Well, you can't not deal with Kadokawa. Kadokawa is enormous. They're like this, in the top 3 companies that do what they do in Japan in terms of not just anime, but just general, what we would call here, genre media, right? Alright, so they're everywhere. But in this specific situation with this specific property, I would imagine that most studio heads and most directors are looking at what happened when Tatsuki was fired and thinking about what's going to happen on Twitter when they say that they're going to be the next director of Kemono Friends and they're next going to be the next studio, and they're thinking, we could do literally anything else instead of that.
And if we do literally anything else, people won't call us a bunch of scabs.
Right, that's exactly what it is. It's a very specific thing to this specific property that's causing the problem. But that's not stopping companies from working with Kadokawa in general.
Right.
Even though I'm sure a lot of directors are now, less than thrilled about how another director got handled. There's not much they can do about that.
Right.
But they can avoid stepping on that particular landmine.
Alright.
So,
that makes a lot of
and
sense.
the exact details of why are, of course, speculative. Like I said, we don't know, and we won't ever know. But that's what people have managed to put together in the most likely situations. So,
well, thank you. That was most informative.
Yes.
all right.
I always like the industry background side of stories. So hey.
Yeah, it's an unusual story. I mean, it's very unusual. The whole Kemono Friends thing, from failure to success to almost intentional self-sabotage by Kadokawa, is just a fascinating story, and not one that you hear about much with anime or really with any kind of media like this. It was unusually public as well. That is the other thing. It was much more public than is normal.
Yeah. 'Cause everybody's gonna go on Twitter now.
Well, because Tatsuki was rather active on Twitter. It's
Yeah,
not like he was saying like day-to-day stuff, but he would post like little clips and images every once in a while. It was more than we would get, because that was how we figured out him. Because like, he has a Twitter, unlike other directors.
Yeah. Most anime directors, and animators and stuff like that, I mean, they may have personal Twitters, but they don't talk business on them a lot because of issues. Although there are some people who know them. I have friends who know Japanese animators on Twitter, and they can talk to them about things. There was a big drama that just went down with another show this season, and the status of its production, which was very bad. And there's an article about that, which I can link to you guys later if you're interested.
What series was it?
Marchin Machin, Fairy Tale Girls.
Marchin? Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it's so bad that the last 2 episodes actually are not going to air, and we don't know when they're going to air.
Oh wow, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those stories.
All right, but I think we're getting off subject.
That happens
here.
like once a year. Seems like
So.
something just doesn't finish.
Alright, so that is
Anyway.
what happened with Tatsuki.
All right. And in that case, so we move on to our discussion of one of his works, episode 5 of Kemono Friends, Lakeshore.
I like the idea of referring to episodes of this as someone's work.
Yes.
Like it's part of their artistic oeuvre.
Well, it
Yeah.
is. I mean, it really is.
I mean, it is,
We don't,
but
people don't think about it that way, but in like, animation is of course a highly collaborative, right?
Yeah.
But this one is less collaborative than most.
I guess because there were just so few people working on it and in such a limited time frame.
yeah.
Yes. Alright, so, Lake.
手数よこそじゃがりと今日もどったん高らかに笑い笑えばフレンズ
So it's time to go out and around the lake. Shit, I forget the rest of the songs, the words to that song. I'm bad with songs.
To be continued arrow.
Yes.
Yes.
I know anime jokes. I'm hip.
Who will survive?
All right, so we open where we left off quite some time ago because this picks up after episode 4, which was the first episode we covered, kind of as a lark, and now we've caught up with it. So they have just exited the weird
Yes.
maze with a fake Dinobot living in it.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to apologize. Oh my god, I was so wrong. I listened to the first episode, and I could not say Kaban's name. I kept saying Kanba. I don't know why.
That's weird. You're weird, David.
It is weird. Well, I'm bad at picking up names, and I had watched up to this episode, but somehow her name didn't stick in my head. Maybe because I kept reading the subtitles as just Bag.
Did you,
That's fair.
out of curiosity, did you guys watch it on Crunchyroll or anyway, later in the series, the subs switch from calling her Bag to, Kaban, and I just don't know if they ever updated the subs on the site for that, for the previous episodes.
Yes, I have not seen a point where they called her Bag in the subtitles. So
Okay, cause I have copies downloaded from when it first was put up, and they called her Bag-chan.
Yeah, how we did this is Jen, you watched on Crunchyroll, right?
yes.
Okay, Rob's had problems before, so I acquired him a copy to watch.
I think it's a Canada
Yes,
thing.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Quite likely.
And I watched my Blu-ray, so I have no idea what they said this episode. There's no subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, just for the official sub started calling her Bag-chan, but then around the halfway point they switched to Kaban, and I just was wondering if they had retroactively changed that, because I've never actually checked on the site again since I first watched it on there to check.
But yeah,
Something I was curious
I have always seen it since we picked up with episode 4 a little while back as Kaban.
Oh, okay. That's interesting that they went back and did that.
Okay,
Also,
so-
I just want to go ahead as the resident lesbian here. I want to go ahead and get all the jokes about beavers out of the way.
They sure give you a lot this episode, don't they?
Yep.
Beavers.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I'm done. That's it.
Thank you.
No,
I
are
just
you
had
really?
it.
I can't imagine you're done because I think this might be the gayest episode of the series.
Oh, I mean, there are a lot of other things too, but just specifically,
Oh.
haha,
Specific-
beavers.
oh,
Okay, now
I mean,
we can move on.
I mean, in summary, this is the episode where Kaban and Serval get a lesbian couple to move in together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not that
There's-
hard. I mean, come on.
It takes them like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
Well,
All right, so
and they even just met. Like, they even introduced them.
Yeah.
So anyway, we begin 4 episodes in. The Japari bus is finally up and running. Getting this thing up and running was like getting the Technodrome up and running.
Yes.
It only took sort of 2.5 episodes. Because they didn't find it till the second episode.
Then they couldn't find the battery. Then it was stuck in Dimension X.
The neutrinos showed up, and it was a whole thing. Usagi Yojimbo.
There was an alien brain inside a robot fat guy. I don't know what was going on with that.
Called him
Anyway.
Brain-chan.
This thing is on the move, and it is headed towards a lake.
Dun dun.
Yep.
And we also finally get some explanation as to how Lucky Beast is driving this thing without visible arms.
Good, because that was kind of a thing we were wondering.
I told you, it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I would imagine that they are like portable Wi-Fi hotspots. That would seem to make things a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
I just thought we're just supposed to imagine it. It's like how Strong Bad can type with boxing gloves on.
Oh. Well, you never know with the show when they're just going to do something that is a necessity of their art style or when they are going to explain it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's actually quite a few things in this that seem like they are just conceits of the art style that actually end up getting
Ooh.
explained.
Aha.
Yes.
Or at least explained it in the book that comes with it, like the
Yes.
clipping that happens. There's
Yes,
actually a
yes,
page that
clipping
explains
actually
the
happens.
clipping.
Yes, David showed us that. That was pretty great.
Yes. Did he actually explain it to you?
Yes,
I
about
think I liked the explanation part, the translation of it.
all I remember was Kemono plasm.
Yes.
Yes. Monoplasm.
Yeah, they're...
Yes, there.
Wait, are their entire bodies, or is it just their clothes and animal parts that were
Their bodies are human bodies, right? They have essentially fully functional human bodies, and then their clothes and their animal parts are made of kemonoplasm, and the animal parts are also functional. Like Serval has better hearing because of her animal ears. But, like, animals that would normally have trouble, like, hearing in the human range, they can hear because of their human ears. But their clothes are also made of the same material, but it's because it's not, like, they don't see it as part of their bodies, it is flimsier, and sometimes their animal parts clip through it. And if a friend really wanted to, they would be able to remove their animal parts with no...
That is Cronenbergian.
with no harm.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if there are any records of it ever actually happening, but it is theoretically possible.
It's terrifying.
So yeah,
Yep, the show's like that sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, we get a little later into the episode, we get some sort of casual dropping of something vaguely horrific that I will get to when we get to it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so Lucky Beast explains that the bus is being driven via Wi-Fi, but there is a steering wheel, so it could be driven by somebody who does have arms, and unfortunately, it is Serval who takes her up on this.
It's time
And-
for Toonces the driving cat.
Oh. I can't believe you beat me to the
Yeah.
Toonces joke.
Yeah.
I had to step in real quick and make sure I got that in there.
And indeed, much like Toonces, Serval can indeed drive, but not very well.
No.
Sadly, we do not then cut to footage of the Japari bus going over a cliff and exploding.
Yeah, no, it's the most safe equivalent of that. She just smacks the wheel with her little pawed up hands.
And in fact, I would argue that Toonces is a better driver because Toonces always has his paws on the wheel. Whereas
Yeah.
Serval is just
Well-
kind of lightly pawing at the wheel.
It's pretty cute.
Well, it's been established that Serval does not quite grasp how
Hands.
fingers
Yeah.
work. Quite. She's working on it.
Well, I mean, as per
Probably.
last week, she didn't, or well, I guess a couple weeks ago, she didn't also quite grasp how vehicles worked.
Yes.
Well, you can't blame her for
Well, no.
that.
She's,
This is the first one she's ever seen.
Yes,
just a
and she
little
decided
kitty
to drive it.
yes. Because that seemed like a good idea.
So indeed, they end up crashing somewhat lightly into a bunch of logs, which then domino down on each other and knock a larger pile of logs into the river or into the lake.
Oh,
Oops.
the animation on those logs is just so wonky.
And,
Oh, I bet that's a lot harder to pull off than it looks.
yes.
Well, yeah, because you're trying to avoid clipping and trying to get a sense of weight. It's hard, but then it's a pure side view, so they look like regular dominoes, but they're just logs. A slight angle on it might have made it a little bit better and less wonky.
No, this is what you get.
And so we are going to need a log driver. As he goes burling down Whitewater, log drivers Wall Street. I'm sorry, I'm the only Canadian here.
Yes.
Am I gonna have to layer that song in?
Oh, you might. But speaking of Canadians, it's time to meet the Beaver.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, you say Canadian, but it's explicitly an American beaver.
That means North American.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, it is our national symbol. You guys can talk however you like when you get to the bald eagle, assuming there is one.
Yeah.
I just want to say
There is one. I don't know if it ever shows up, but there is one.
Unless it's in the background, I don't think so.
that
We only get a couple birds.
Beaver is like the most relatable character I have encountered in any
Oh.
anime ever.
Oh, the Beaver is just consumed by anxiety.
Yeah.
Yes.
She wants to make a log house and she got all the logs together, but she's terrified if she starts it, she's going to ruin it all, so she's been sitting there for a few days just not starting it.
She's got some serious
I know that
executive
feeling.
dysfunction.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Beaver's all sad and Serval's ashamed because she knocked it over, and she's in the traditional Japanese pose of what would you call it? Shame, I guess, sitting on your knees and bending forward.
It's
Kowtowing?
I know what it's called. I just forgot. It's Seiza, the Seiza position. That's when they sit on their knees with their feet tucked underneath, and it's that formal thing you do when you're in a kimono.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very uncomfortable to do for an extended period of time.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how... Well, I guess in Japan they start doing it when they're little. I cannot do it for like more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I will also note that the Beaver is also excessively polite, so it's definitely Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that going around in this episode.
Yes.
A lot of politeness this episode.
Yes.
I don't know how well it comes across if you're not familiar with Japanese dialogue extensively, but both Beaver and the other one talk in almost outrageously polite dialect.
Aww.
It's actually hilarious.
I mean, if
in totally different ways. Like, Beaver is incredibly deferential to everybody.
like just to make an American animation comparison, they're kind of like the Goofy Gophers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that's a deep cut. I like it.
Yeah.
I always had a soft spot in my heart for the Goofy Gophers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, she and in another we get another reference to the mysterious professor,
Yes.
Yes.
who
Yes.
I have just decided is Professor Herbert Wyndham, the High Evolutionary.
Yeah, that sounds probably
Well.
accurate.
I mean, well,
What?
probably not accurate, but
No.
I mean, if it's not a guy in pink Jack Kirby armor who makes a bunch of animal people do medieval times cosplay, I will be sorely disappointed.
Um,
you're gonna be very disappointed if you expect any guys here.
there will be requests required, but we'll see that when we get there.
Okay then.
I like Professor. Professor is good.
Professor's great.
Yeah, so apparently she bartered with the professor via Japari buns to get the right kind of logs.
Yes.
So adhering to the whole "you break it, you bought it," they decide to take Beaver with them to drive and find some more logs. And the Beaver is very impressed with their conveyance. And she's also explaining that she's going to build this house, and none of them are entirely certain what a house is.
Also, I just want to point out she's got the picture of a log cabin in a plastic bag so she can have it underwater.
Yes.
Thought that was a nice detail. 'Cause she's a beaver.
And also, I am kind of digging her sleeveless jacket crop top look.
Yes.
It's-
Oh, she's
Yes.
adorable.
It's weird. It's like I don't know, the black and the orange and yellow kind of remind me of old Ski-Doo colors for some reason. Or snow deer kind of things. But, like, her vest is overly baggy with no sleeves and cleavagey.
Yeah. Well, she should be wearing a shirt, but she forgot the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I assume.
She's wearing like a fur choker.
Yes.
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 That's adorable.
And she has one hairband. I've never quite understood that.
One hairband. Oh, the two little, the hair clip thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, that's her teeth.
Yeah, they represent
Oh, I did
Yes.
not get that at all.
Yeah, most of the hair designs of the animal friends, like their representative, the ibis was like the beak and the wings.
Well, and the hippo had like the teeth hair.
Yeah.
But I assumed she just had like, because we see her doing chewing with her actual people teeth.
Yeah, which is strange.
Yes.
And I mean, I guess
But-
she might have a reason for not having a belly button, I guess. We don't know exactly where these,
That is a
are
very
coming
good
from.
point.
Yeah.
I can explain that.
Okay then.
Is it
All right.
spoiler?
Unless this is a spoiler.
I don't,
It's not really discussed in the show.
Oh.
not
The
quite.
details are
really.
not discussed in the show, no. It's relevant towards the end, but it's not like, it's not something that they sit down and explain at any point. So.
Yeah. Yeah, give it to him, because it's real basic, and yeah, it's not played out
Well,
serious.
The basic idea is that volcano with all the sparkly stuff coming out.
Uh-huh.
That stuff is
Right.
the Sandstar, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, when Sandstar touches either a living creature that there's some restrictions. It has to be a vertebrate. Does not have to be a mammal, but it does have to be a vertebrate.
Okay.
All right. So no insects, no fish.
Well, fish are vertebrates.
But it can.
Well, cartilage. Not really.
Fish are not counted as
Okay.
vertebrates. They're different. It can be aquatic mammals. It can be lizards, reptiles. All right. If a piece of Sandstar touches a living creature, a piece of organic matter that used to be part of a creature, or the remains of a non-living creature, it is possible it can form a friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's not guaranteed.
Oh, I did not guarantee.
That friend will have some memories of its previous
Yes.
existence, as you've discovered.
Yeah, with the ibis.
But otherwise is essentially an entirely new organism. It is not that previous animal. However, it is related to it. You can maybe consider it like a child of that organism, maybe. And this works weirdly for fossils as well. So you get occasional very strange things like an aurochs.
I was going to suggest cryptids as well, apparently.
Yes, the cryptids, we don't know where the cryptids come from. That was always left deliberately mysterious in the original materials. They existed. No one knows where the Tatsunoko comes from. They just know that it showed up one day.
Silly Dinobot.
A lot of this was established in the game that was running, and there was a manga that ran that took place, I believe, before the game took place. Because the game covered the emergence of the Ceruleans. The game was about fighting off the Ceruleans, and the manga took place before that. And the Tatsunoko we meet in the anime has been around since that manga.
I really have to get the manga now.
Some of the other friends, similar friends, appear in the game and the manga, but are not necessarily the same friend. Like there's a Serval in the game. Is not the Serval that we have here. Different Serval.
Yeah, there's a serval in every version. It's presumably a different serval.
I'm not certain if it's established that the manga Serval is different from the game Serval, but the anime Serval is definitely different from the game Serval. If only going by what they know.
Yeah.
If it was the game Serval, they would know a lot more than they do. And there's some others, and they friends of similar animals, of the same animal, tend to have similar traits, even if they're not the same person.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, they'd have sort of the same, animal instincts, but they would have disparate personalities.
Yeah. The other thing worth mentioning is that if a friend is absorbed by a cerulean, their kemonoplasm will be absorbed and they will be returned to the form of the animal they were originally. And if if that happens, they cannot become a friend again.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, no.
I knew
And
about
so-
the cerulean turning them, or not making them a friend anymore, but I didn't know any other
This
details.
is so cute and friendly. I'm scared of these stakes suddenly being presented.
So if it was one who was created from like the bones of an extinct animal, would they be returned to a living copy of that animal, or would they go back to being bones?
I don't know. That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was ever established. I don't know if it's covered in the books, because I can't actually entirely read the books. I can grasp some information, and I know translations from other people, but I don't know all the details. But as far as I know, that has never been discussed, or possibly never happened.
So anyway, they've driven out to find more trees. En route, we get to look at some other animal homes. A nest built by the long-tailed tit,
Okay.
and a nest built, and like some sort of nest built by the megapode, which I looked up and is kind of like a tropical chicken.
Also, it mentioned Lucky Beast's description mentioned males, and I was like, "What's a male?"
Yeah, that is an excellent question.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
All friends are female. Even if created from a male animal, the friend will be female.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so it effectively is a Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah. Friends are essentially like by definition female. Like that's part of the definition of what they are.
And I guess in this Jurassic Park, you actually can heed Jeff Goldblum's advice and go check their skirts.
No,
But you should not.
that's rude.
No.
Also, I heard something about Serval not actually being fully, modeled under there, so...
I mean, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, there's a couple shots, I think in episode 1 where she's jumping around where her legs just sort of end in, in the vicinity of her skirt.
Oh.
So they found the right trees, but they are not alone, as this area is also full of extremely hazardous holes, which have been dug by the prairie dog, who is just a straight up crazy person.
She's just very well. You see, if Beaver has anxiety, then Prairie Dog has hyperactivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even more so than
Even
Serval.
worse than Serval.
Oh, like the scene where what was Beaver saying that Serval was getting smacked with the paper airplanes in her mind?
She was talking about being agoraphobic.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
He's talking about not liking
And also, they were
to
also
go
talking about how, she had the instincts to build things, but she had to learn because her new body was too large for
Yeah,
them.
she wanted to make a much smaller house,
Yes.
but she wouldn't fit in it, so she had to make a house big enough for
Yes.
her new body.
Yes, and that's kind of the sort of unspoken horror of this, is these animals unprepared for these strange human
Poor
bodies.
things.
Yeah. Well, they sort of had a discussion about that with Ibis.
Yeah,
in
that
episode
came
Right.
up a little bit, but yes, this is another one. At this point, it's a lot more like this is a sad thing, rather than that's weird and possibly a little unsettling. And now it's just actually, you really feel for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, the prairie dog is stuck in one of these holes. She immediately they pull her out. She immediately accuses them of burying her alive, which, as we learn from the interstitial, we called up a somewhat confused zookeeper to talk about this, segments, is a thing that prairie dogs actually do.
Yes.
Yeah, it was colony collapse or something like that.
Well, they'll collapse the tunnels of rival prairie dogs.
Because, prairie dogs, they're known for their warfare. Aw, they're cute.
And so, once she does figure out that they, in fact, saved her, she rewards them all by giving them the prairie greeting, which is an uncomfortably long kiss.
Yes!
Oh my god, this scene.
Hey, She asked first. They just weren't entirely certain what they were
No.
agreeing to.
Oh my god!
Like, even if she mentioned a kiss, they were probably expecting like a peck, whereas, like, if any of them had gum to start out with, they don't have it now.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine tongue is involved, but there's a lot of wet, sloppy noises going on, and he just grabs the side of their serval's face and wum.
I appreciated it.
It's so adorable.
I mean, there's either tongue or she is draining their life force.
One of the two.
Well, now Kaban and Serval know how it's done.
Yeah,
So they won't have to try to figure it out later on.
They've gotten their primer.
yeah. The serval's all woozy after she gets kissed, and then Kaban blushes.
Maybe she did suck her life force out.
Yes, Kaban is blushing. It's like, I understand. I understand these feelings.
We don't actually see Beaver's reaction though.
Huh.
No.
Scene kind of ends at that point.
Oh yeah, and I have a general Japanese question here. I'm familiar with the honorific san. I don't know what dono means.
Yes.
That's an excellent question.
Yes.
All right, so as I mentioned before, both Beaver and Prairie Dog talk with a lot of with a very formal tone, in a way that is actively unusual. Like, you wouldn't hear people talk the way they talk. Beaver has that extremely deferential tone where she's always apologizing, always basically putting herself down. While Prairie Dog speaks in like a way you might hear in an old samurai movie, where she's not the samurai, but like the samurai's, sidekick. The person who's always like being respectful to the samurai, talking about how great the samurai is, all that kind of stuff. And dono is an old honorific that is extremely respectful. When you call somebody dono, you're like basically calling them your lord and master. Right? It's not something that is used at all in modern times. Like in anime, you usually hear from lowest formality to highest is generally chan for girls, kun for boys, san, which is your generic Mr., Mrs., just everyday honorific. And then sama, which is highly respectful, not really used as much as in anime, but it shows up occasionally. And then dono, which is just outrageously, ridiculously formal.
Well, there aren't, in real life, you don't have as many senpais who you need to notice you.
Well, I mean, senpai shows up a decent amount because that describes a school or workplace relationship.
Right.
But, the way Prairie Dog speaks is, she speaks, what does she say? She uses, a lot of words that are unusual for modern talk. It's, she sounds like she's in a samurai movie, basically. Or like a old ninja movie or something like that. It's an unusual dialect to hear.
I get what you mean.
Again, I suppose I would liken it to the Goofy Gophers using words like indubitably.
Indubitably.
Sort of similar to that. Yeah. I don't think the translation captured Prairie Dog quite as well as they did Beaver. They did a really good job capturing Beaver. But Prairie Dog the way she talks is just very hard to translate in a way that doesn't seem completely ridiculous.
I mean, she's already pretty completely ridiculous.
Yes.
This person is dangerous.
And also Beaver, there's a lot to the voice acting there where you can just tell how, quiet and self-criticizing all she is.
I actually looked up Beaver's actress this time. I hadn't looked it up before because it has a million characters, so I didn't always know where those come up. But she's actually a fairly prolific voice actress at this point. Not one of the big names in the show, but she's got a decent amount of roles. Particularly, she was a major character in a show called Aikatsu. That's a long-running show for girls about idols. And she was the main character of the back 100 episodes of the original version of that. So that was around 2015 and 16. Well, okay, so, I mean, Aikatsu, the original version of Aikatsu just under 200 episodes, and then Aikatsu Stars just ended at the 100th episode. It's been running since like 2011, 2012.
Wow.
Jiminy's. Wait,
So-
is this the one that had CG dancing? Or am I thinking
Well, a lot of
wrong?
them have CG. This is the one where they put cards on a machine and then run through the machine. It puts on their idol clothes.
Right, that one. The
And the CG
merchandising,
started out like,
merchandising.
the CG started out like looking worse than Kemono Friends, but by the end of the
Oh,
end of the first series, it was like the most amazing CG available in television anime. It was ridiculous. So, but yeah, I was listening to her this time. I was like, man, she sounds familiar. So I looked her up and I realized that she had done some notable roles.
Nice.
So
I don't
Prairie Dogs is less.
watch a lot
most of the cast
anime.
is like next to unknowns, except
Yeah.
I forget who the big one was. There was one other actress who done a lot.
There's a couple, like, a lot of them are minor, like very minor, but there's a couple big ones, like, Kaban herself is a fairly major actress named Uchida Aya, who's in a lot of stuff, nowadays. And then, like Tatsunoko was, a lady named, Sawashiro Miyuki. Yeah, Sawashiro
that was the one.
Miyuki,
She was all
who
over the
is,
place.
very famous, very well known. She's been doing voice acting for a long time at this point.
Oh, yeah, she was dubbed something in Prime, I think.
I wouldn't be
Or maybe
surprised.
that's a disguise.
I would not be surprised.
This just reminds me of the time over the holidays when my sister and brother-in-law and 2 nephews were around and watching some super awful looking preschool show with like bad CG and monster trucks and something, and then it was like, holy crap, that's Nolan North? That's Kevin Michael Richardson? This actually has a voice cast. And it was just, I can't even remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure you would only remember the name of it if you have small children who watch it. So yeah, sometimes people are just in weird things. It's great.
Yeah. So yeah, this show sort of has very minor ones, and then occasionally you could just get the really big ones.
Nice.
So,
Prairie Dog has been digging a bunch of holes that keep collapsing on her because she is also trying to build herself a home.
Yes, again, 2 prairie dog specs without understanding that she cannot live in a prairie dog hole anymore.
Yes.
Well, not even that. She just has no plan. She just starts digging and keeps digging and digging and digging until things collapse on her.
she seems to have a very poor understanding of the square cube.
Yes.
Yeah. and so I assumed this was going to lead to, these two don't get along because they're totally different. But instead they are totally head over heels for each other, as they are impressed that each one has what the other lacks.
Yes.
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 Like together they make one functional person.
I mean, isn't that like the goal of most relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is relationship
That sounds
goals.
good to me.
Yeah, it's so good because they're massive extremes. Like half my notes are like impulsive ! Indecisive ! Excited, depressed, tunnel collapse, log measuring. Gary.
Mine are so relatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mine, I think I must have had Warner Brothers on the brain because I just have notes about how Prairie Dog took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Oh yeah, and Beaver keeps nervously chewing on bits of log.
She's just, and that's what they end up doing because they need to get trees from where they find Prairie Dog, and she just chews down a bunch of trees with her face, even though she is a people now. That is not. They think they're people.
Yes.
Oh.
They actually are people.
Which that brings up the question, like. Okay, so they're supposed to be normal girls with animal stuff and clothes stuck on them, but how the hell is she chewing down trees? Like, beaver teeth constantly grow and they have to gnaw down trees, otherwise they just keep getting bigger and bigger. So how the hell is she doing that with regular human teeth?
I mean, it's the same way that the bird people fly without hollow bones.
Well, yeah.
That's a fair point.
I don't have an
Ibis
official
kind of breaks the
explanation,
rules.
but I can provide a theory, but it's basically what Rob just said, that they're not human, they're friends, and while they have human bodies, they're stronger, as you may have noticed from Serval carrying the bus across the river.
Oh yeah, the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And they also
Serval's strong.
this is something that comes from the game that will kind of get brought up later, but not like mentioned. It'll just be some other friends will just do this. They can basically augment their strength.
Mhm.
They have the ability to call on extra powers, and it just seems to be natural, like a natural thing they can do, so they don't actually think much about it. And I think that's what they're doing, is that they just they don't really know they're doing this, and that's how they're able to fight the ceruleans and all that kind of stuff.
They're calling upon the power of chewing down trees. That is
Yes.
an important power to have.
Yes.
If you need to build a log cabin.
So.
And
Yes.
Or in the case of Prairie Dog, just like digging up the roots of trees so they fall down.
Yeah. That honestly seems a lot more efficient.
Yes.
It's less accurate, but it is more efficient to take out the whole tree by taking out the ground, sort of.
I mean, I guess you're
But
going
then
to have to
you
cut
have
those
all the
roots
roots you gotta
off
cut off?
anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well do it with your teeth while you're cutting it down. And also, it does make it easier to have it not fall on you,
yes.
as Beaver demonstrates. And
Yes.
Prairie Dog is very
Yeah,
impressed by it.
As it almost falls on Serval.
So, they get enough logs and, they take off, you two are going to go your separate ways. You're going to you got stuff to build your houses now. But unfortunately, Prairie Dog just keeps digging holes, aimlessly, and Beaver is so anxious that she, first makes a model of the house, but before doing that, she must make a model of the model.
No, cause like Prairie Dog goes over to a field that's next to where Beaver wants to build her house, and Serval and Caban, yes, I did it say it right, Caban keep walking back and forth between the two as they're screwing shit up. It's like, oh, Prairie Dog buried herself. Oh, Beaver can't do anything. And then Caban gives her the idea. It's like, build a Chisai, a little tiny house, a model. Human model homes. Is it build that first? And then she builds a smaller model of the model.
What is this? A log cabin for ants?
Also, Beaver does point out a very important rule for carpenters: measure twice, cut once.
Yep.
Except for in Curse, it's measure 50 times and cut never.
Yes.
However, this is pretty much my writing process.
And on the flip side, Prairie Dog just keeps digging holes. She digs herself a Yamcha's dead hole and lays down in it.
Face down. It's like, now she's the most relatable character.
So eventually they just decide, why not both .gif?
Yes.
You two are not functional apart. You must get together, build this house together, buy a Subaru,
Yes.
get a cat.
It's very important. Well, Serval's already there. They can adopt Serval.
Yes.
They sit them down on logs and have a little talk. Here, have a Chapari bun. We'll talk this out and figure out what your problem is. Oh my god, each of you are horrible separate.
Well,
But the blocking of the shot gets kind of weird because there's one part near the end where like, Beaver and Prairie Dog are on one log and Serval and Caban are on the other. And there's a shot of excited Prairie Dog and Beaver talking to each other, and Serval's in the foreground, and like, you're seeing the back of her head as she's talking. It's just, that's badly done editing. I think it breaks the 180-degree rule of filming.
Well, as they point out later, it's Caban who talks them into doing this, because as they point out, she is the kind of animal that is good at thinking.
She's the kind of friend who's good at
Yes, she's the kind of friend who's good at thinking. Which, I mean, I guess that's a fair enough assessment of humans.
It's at least a fair enough assessment of Caban.
Yes. Maybe not all humans. But her at least.
So they build this cabin on an island. They dig like a tunnel under the lake to get to it. It's very neat.
Oh, Beaver teaches Prairie Dog how to put supports in the tunnel so you don't die.
Yes.
So they don't collapse on you. Beaver offers her engineering advice.
Yeah, it's one of a series of cutaways of like, Beaver says something like has a little model of something, pan the camera over, Prairie Dog has already built it.
Yes.
Oh, it's that was kind of a bit I wanted to highlight because it did get a chuckle out of me where Serval is saying she kind of wishes she had somewhere to lounge around, so Beaver produces like a miniature model of kind of like a a deck chair, and she's like, oh wow, and then cut to Prairie Dog, who has already built this full-size deck chair.
It wasn't even a cut, it was a pan. It was a pan.
Just from off screen, she shows up with the fully built deck chair.
That was a very good, well done running gag.
Yes.
They did a good job of that.
It's pretty great.
So now finally they can live free of their own neuroses in this house by the lake.
Yeah, a house with a tunnel that goes under the lake a bit, and then the house is on a little island, so they both have what they like, a tunnel and a log cabin. Because Beaver had I guess it was a brochure with a picture of a log cabin on it. She had it in a Ziploc bag.
Yes, she had it in a little plastic bag.
So she could take it underwater with her.
I assume it's an artifact from the before time.
Yes.
Seems like it.
Yes, the long, long ago. And it was like her prized possession, because oh, I want one of these.
I don't know what it is,
So
but I want one. I want to make one.
Did you notice that they built a front door onto their tunnel?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and the where Serval's inside, and what is Prairie Dog opening it and saying
hello,
something normal?
hello again.
I think I'm not sure Prairie Dog has object permanence.
That's probably fair. I don't know.
Yeah, because she opens it up, wow. Closes it, opens it up again, she's still there, wow.
Closes it. Oh no, Serval's gone.
Serval's got a bit of that herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serval has issues.
Poor kitty.
So they set off on their way. They've now got a bench on the bus.
Yep.
And we cut back to Raccoon and was it Fennec Fox?
Fennec, yes.
Ryan Fennec.
Who are 2 episodes behind.
Yes, they are back on the mountain with the alpaca and the crested ibis.
Who is singing.
They're getting a cup of tea and some terrible singing.
But better than it was.
They seem to be enjoying it.
But the raccoon is still seeking her treasure.
Yes.
I don't think we know what that is yet, do we?
No, you do not know what it is yet.
Is it some garbage because raccoons?
It's actually a half-full can of expired.
Oh boy.
And that's okay to eat because there aren't any fish people.
Well, Fennec's just along for the trip. She's just here keeping her girlfriend company.
That's fair.
That's all she's doing.
Trying to keep her from falling off the mountain.
She is the Groot in this pairing.
She was enjoying that tea. She liked that tea.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're even enjoying the bad singing.
It's a nice view. It's good tea. It's some singing.
Yeah. With those ears, the singing must not be that bad to her.
Yeah, maybe we're hearing. Maybe it's actually beyond the human spectrum of hearing that it actually sounds great.
Maybe. But they have human ears and animal ears. It should be extra if it's bad.
Maybe you need the double harmonics.
Yeah, maybe that does things. I don't know. We're digging for explanations.
Anyway, after the scene of Fennec and Raccoon having tea at their little mountain resort vacation, after Raccoon had to climb up, but Fennec took the bike, pedal car. Because, dumbass, use the bike, don't climb.
We cut back to the road. They're talking about how great a pair that Beaver and Prairie Dog were. And Serval's like, hey, maybe we're also a great pair.
Maybe we're also a cute couple.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the bus screeches to a halt, and neither of them were wearing seatbelts. And they are confronted by a gang of, what are these, like bull people? I don't know. Aurochs.
That's Aurochs
and,
who boards the bus.
Oh,
what's the
wow.
other one?
And an Oryx.
I think we also get a glimpse of Rhino.
Ah. Oh man, it's Paul Giamatti.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Anything but that.
And Aurochs is looking distinctly military, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, this is, they seem more unfriendly than any other characters we've encountered to this point.
Yes.
Yep.
They seem some very hostile friends.
Yeah.
They're no friends of mine.
The next episode is called War Zone.
Oh, geez, is it?
Yes.
Is it? I was just making that up.
I don't, hold on.
Something like that.
I don't remember. No, it is the plains.
Oh, the plains.
But it is I'll tell you this, it is a war zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, this certainly took a turn for the worse.
Suddenly getting actual, serious conflict here.
Yeah, most of the conflict up till now has been about getting a bus working.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's important.
Mostly conflict about getting places.
Hey, you gotta, when you need to charge your battery, finding the charger is, the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that we get a little more from our inexplicable cardboard penguins.
Ah, yes, the
The
penguins.
penguins.
They're very cute.
So,
I'm
the
not looking forward to that.
The penguins, the reason they're doing that is that the penguins plus Serval plus Raccoon and Finnick are kind of the main mascots of the whole franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that group, are the ones who sing the opening theme.
Aha.
Ah.
So, the trio of Serval, Raccoon, and Finnick, are sort of their own group, and then the penguins are their own group, and then they team up to do the theme song. And the actresses actually, have done several stage shows of them in costume singing songs.
Yes, in costume.
Wow.
Which is not, that's not an unusual thing for anime. That's not an all unusual thing for anime.
Not really, but that big of a group.
It is a little large. Well, I mean, that's still, let's see,
nine.
there's 5 penguins and the 3 of them, so that's still one less than either of the, Love Live groups. Only 8.
Yeah, but that was, they started as games and things first, didn't they?
Well, so did this.
Oh, fair point.
But I mean,
they were different
Love
voice
Live
actors
started
and
out as a whole, idol group thing.
multimedia
But
thing.
it is a little, that is, 8 is a bit large for this sort of thing. It's usually the main, whatever the main girls of the production are, and usually that's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do the opening theme. The ending theme is, by someone who's done nothing else, a girl who goes by name Yuan.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did other stuff, but she's Sandcat.
Is she Sandcat?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
is she
Sandcat. I like Sandcat.
You're right, she is Sandcat. But she hasn't done anything else for any other shows.
She is a friend who is good
Those
at
are only
digging.
credits.
I thought, well, maybe she just doesn't do other anime. I thought she was a musician first, and they just...
She might be, well, A&N doesn't list any other anime roles for her. Let's put it that way.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then, the actual music, the, guy who did the music, has done music for a few other shows, although this was the first really major one. And then, he actually did, music just this previous season for a show called, Laid Back Camp, which was about girls camping.
Oh!
And if you watch it, you realize that it sounds a lot like Kemono Friends. Like the music and the atmosphere.
David pointed that series out to me because I had been talking about wanting to go camping.
It's very good.
It's adorable.
I think you would like it a lot.
Yeah, there have been quite a few there was the mountain climbing one, but yeah, the camping one's really good.
Yeah. Alright. Then there's the Antarctica one.
Oh, I gotta catch up on that one too. But although the problem with my favorite track in Kemono Friends, I doubt that's gonna show up something like that's gonna show up in the camping anime.
What is it, the battle theme?
The Fighting the Ceruleans theme. Yes, the EDM music.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love that song so much.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
camping show's music is a lot more like this episode's music. Very pastoral and relaxing.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to fight things while you're camping. Bears, Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I
Mostly
don't
those two
imagine there's
things.
a bear in that
Wolves.
series, but I haven't gotten
If
that
you're
far.
Liam Neeson.
I think mostly they're fighting hunger and the cold.
Oh, that doesn't really lend itself towards dramatic battle music.
No, not so much.
All right, so that I believe should do it for this episode. please join us next month when we will have a wide variety of movies to choose from.
Who knows what we'll end up doing?
Star Wars?
Well, I think that doesn't come until like more the end of the month.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the end of the month. I know.
So that might be June.
Okay.
May will likely be Infinity War and or Deadpool 2.
Right. I forgot Infinity War. Well, I forgot what it was.
Right, because Infinity War is actually late April.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay, then
I thought
Infinity War next.
No,
Oh my
Infinity
God.
War is May 4th.
They moved it up a week.
Oh.
Wait, why is Star Wars not on May 4th?
That is madness. I mean, possibly at this point it won't be done by May 4th.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah. Well.
That movie.
I'm still looking forward to it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Mostly for the Space Cthulhu or whatever the crap that scene was.
It's got some Space Cthulhu. It's got some Donald Glover.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that coat.
Yes, that
Looks so
Why don't
comfortable.
they just make a Londo movie?
That is surprising.
Presumably that's what they're gonna do now. I hope.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what
I'm sure that's.
I would
Cross
rather
their
have that than
minds.
the Solo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does guarantee this one will have Chewbacca in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Chewie's nice, but fuck it, Londo having a harebrained scheme to try and get money. Anything can happen. It'd be fun. It actually makes more sense for the heist movie this apparently is.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why it needs to be a heist movie.
Because heist
Heist
movies are
movies
awesome.
are
I
good.
loved heist movies.
But it really doesn't seem to fit Han Solo, though.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
I mean, that's his name.
man,
I suspect
the
he's the
Millennium
guy
Falcon.
who's not. Although,
I mean,
his name is
they have
Han
a mo-
Solo,
they have a-
but he also
But they have a movie called Solo that's all about getting a group together.
That's true. Although, admittedly, he's also a
That is
guy
kind
named
of a
Solo
problem.
who spends all of his time with another guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a loner, but everything we see him in, he's hanging out with at least one other dude, if not more people.
Yeah, he's more of a hand duo at the very least.
Also, the Millennium Falcon is all, like, nice and clean, and it just really makes you wonder, like, did he never clean anything in it after he got it? Like, cause it's
I'm going to say yes.
It's
Well, yeah.
pretty grubby by, the...
I mean,
the
for one
original
thing,
Luke.
you know Chewbacca sheds.
Well, yes, there's that.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, like most of the movie, he should be smoking to explain why it looks the way it does.
Yes.
But I doubt that's going to be in a Disney movie.
Oh my god, that place
Yeah.
would smell so bad. Just...
Oh, man, it's just nothing but death sticks, day in and day out.
Oh.
That guy really should have gone home and rethought his life.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward to in the future. And Infinity War, yay!
Oh, man.
Which will probably be nothing but gushing praise, which is why we do these weird anime episodes.
Yes. Because movies. I mean, that's the thing, is we're not going to talk about movies we don't want to talk about. Or, that we didn't enjoy.
Yes. Because I vetoed the bad one. Or there's the one I really don't want to see.
I don't know, the spectacle of it might just... I don't know. I've heard various things.
It sounds like it's not as bad as I'd feared, but it's something I do not want to go see. The best description, the most fitting description of Ready Player One that I heard was it's kind of like a modern day Goonies, which says everything I need to know about it, because Goonies is kind of a shit movie.
Well, what I heard about it was everything it does Sword Art Online did better, and that is the definition of damning with
Yeah, that's terrible. What about Log Horizon?
Nah,
Ooh, okay.
well, I don't think it's anywhere near Log Horizon.
I like Log
I
Horizon.
gotta watch Log Horizon.
Log
That's
Horizon
one
is
thing,
very
like,
good.
There's two possibilities that could come out of Ready Player One that I see. Okay, either we're going to be getting the Funko-Popization of movies, cramming so much shit in as possible to try and sell to everyone and being for no one, or light novels turned into movies, which would probably make light novels better.
Wasn't Edge of Tomorrow a light novel?
It was, yes.
Yeah, it was a novel first, then it was a manga, and
Yep. All you need
then
is
the
kill.
multimedia stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually a really
Live,
good movie.
Die, repeat.
I did not
Yeah.
read it or watch the movie.
Pretty decent. And even if you don't like Tom Cruise, he dies many times.
Yes,
A lot, yeah.
I've heard that.
The manga was good, the movie was good. Not great, but it was a fun movie experience. But I haven't bought it on DVD because I don't care about watching it again. I mean, unless I want to see Tom Cruise die over and over. But
Anyway, I'd like to once again thank Kel for joining us. You were an invaluable presence on this episode, and you've taught us a great deal that we did not know.
Yeah.
hopefully I'll get less wrong.
It was an honor.
And now you don't have to yell at David anymore.
Well, I'm sure I'll find something else.
Yes.
I've yelled at him plenty over the however many years I've known him.
See?
If nothing else, I can join our other friend in yelling at him to actually watch anime.
I've been bad for the past few years. This season I started things. I just haven't finished shit in a while.
Let's see, all you gotta do is you just start the episode, and then 23 minutes later it's over. And then you do that again.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the thing. I like to binge in chunks of like 3 or 4 episodes. So I get behind so I can watch more, and then I just get so far behind that the next season has started now.
I know that pain. I know that pain a lot.
Yeah. The Netflix effect.
Alright, so
Anywho, this is sort of cool.
So until next time, I would also like to thank all of our Patreon supporters. What you kick in makes this possible, and if there's anything more you'd like from us, please let us know. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we don't have to watch good movies all the time. Recommend weird things.
So until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm David. Goodbye, Kel.
Alright.
Bye.
Say goodnight, Kel.
Good night.